Hey guys, welcome to my new how-to video. This video is the first one for the Adirondack Valley Central, and today I'm going to be showing how I weather my Atlas O track. Now there are many different ways to weather track. You can use airbrush, pastels, paints and pastels, airbrush and paint, spray paint, dyes, ink dyes. There's so many ways. What I use is acrylic paint, something that's cheap and simple. And since I'm always on a budget, and for you guys who are on budgets, this is probably the best way to go. Especially if it's a small layout, I suggest painting it by hand. It gives you more detail, and you're able to just sit down with your track and just see what colors, how do you want to do things. You know, you always test stuff out, trial and error basically. And with this way, it's also, like I said, it's cheaper. So for me, just two simple colors what I use. I use this Craft Smart acrylic paint that I picked up in Michael's. I think it was like 99 cents, 98 cents. I know in Walmart they have it for 64 cents. And I picked up a couple of paint brushes. I think it packaged like $1.19. Again, very simple. And what I do is just mix these two colors, and I get, I think, a variation of, I think, 2 to 3, 4 different colors that I use for my track. The colors that I use for the rails, I have, I think, 3 parts brown, 1 part black. Gives like a chocolate, dark chocolate color almost in between. The ties I use are, I think, 2 parts black, 1 part brown, maybe 2 parts brown, depending on how light I want the ties to look. And then when I use, when that's all dry, I go back and paint some of the ties a little darker black for the creosote, for grease, for oil, for just weather from the locomotives, from the freight cars. What I do is I give like a sludgy kind of color, which is like more of a black than a less brown, almost like a greenish color for the ties. So that when I add the black, that gives you that creosote color. And you know, normally what it just says is just going like this really quickly, really light, maybe a little dab here and there. And if you want like brand new ties, which are normally dark, you know, really dark brown or almost black, I paint a couple of them here and there. So there's like 4 ties like that, 1 tie like that, the rest are just lighter brown. And yeah, that's basically it. And you know, the sides go across like this, and I add some of the extra black that I have to fill in the dark spots on the rails a little bit. And that's basically how you do it, guys. So I'll go step by step. We'll take this brand new piece of track and turn it into this guy right here. Okay, the first thing is first, we're going to start with the rails. Ties always go last. You're going to get paint on the ties. You don't want to mess up that color on your ties right there. So we get about that. This is probably good for about 3 or 4 tracks. I used a little bit, and because you're going to mix paint in it, used a little bit, and I got about 8 tracks out of it. So I think that should be good enough. We'll see what kind of color we get. Okay, here we go. Let's start painting the track. Now you want a decent amount of paint on this. Okay, wait, basically. Hope you can see me here. Alright. Well, get a big amount of paint. Now with this kind of track, it's not going to stick all the way through because it's nickel silver. It's metal. It's not going to stick the first time, so you might have to do a couple of coats, which is okay. So when you get done with the first side of the rail, you know, always wipe it off, wipe the paint off. You know, nice and clean. And now you're going to have paint on the sides of the ties here. So, you know, just go over them, and that's okay because you're going to repaint it later on. And basically it's like almost like a primer base coat. You want any blobs on the ties, otherwise it's going to look like paint blobs to the railroad ties. And something you definitely don't want. Okay, so you know, it's kind of hard to see, but we'll get the end result. Okay, so the first coat is done. And so, obviously, the next thing, you know, we're going to definitely need another coat. So we're going to start the second coat here. And you want, again, to get a lot of paint on it. And this will cover all those streaks the second time around. And if not, you can always go back and keep continue just making a couple of touch-ups. Alright, I'll make sure I'm in the camera here. Okay, so the rails are pretty much done on this particular section here. Just a couple touch-ups here. So I'm going to let part of that dry. So again, you go back and just work out the ties a little bit, and the spike on the side. Okay, you just work a couple of things here. Get some of the extra paint off. The size of the rails makes it all clean. Alright, looks like this guy here is ready for some tie work. Alright, next step we'll be doing the ties. Now, like I said, there's sludge type of color. So I'm going to try with 2 parts black and then 1 part brown. Do that. And we'll give this color here a little blop. That may be too much, but we'll work it out. We're going to need a little more of that. Okay, I don't know if you can see it, but there's the color right in the middle right here. See, it's like a greenish color. It's like almost like a dark chocolate, but a little lighter than dark chocolate. So basically what I'm going to do here is, we'll get some excess off of here, is quickly just go and do each tie, just like that. On each end here. Okay, so the ties are basically complete, and the next thing you do when you do the ties is you want to get these inside spikes as well. Do not paint the inside rail since it's supposed to be invisible, especially on this type of track. Okay. There we go. And then next thing you do, when you finish the whole track, hold it by the middle of the rail. That's when you'll get paint on all over your fingers, even though it's pretty hard. Paint the sides here. Don't forget these are part of the ties. Okay, so you want to paint the edges right here. Okay, so there you go. The track is literally complete. You don't have to worry about inside here because you're going to be filling it with ballast anyway. So folks, that's basically how I do my track. Again, there's millions and millions of ways to do it, but this is the way I do it. I hope it's kind of useful. And once I start getting ballast and everything, you're going to see the track pop out a little more with the scenery. So yeah, that's it. So guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate all your help and all your tips as well. Keep liking the Adirondack Valley Central page on Facebook, and keep watching my videos, and happy railroading. Voila, there it is.